to the C Shop, where entertainment, business, and giving back meet, to bring you info you won't hear anywhere else. Our first guest is most known for his songs called The Show and Lottie Dottie, and a dance that nearly everyone is doing, including the First Lady, called the Dougie. Now let's introduce the world's greatest entertainer and the original human beatbox, Mr. Doug E. Fresh. Welcome, Dougie.
How you doing?
Doing great. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
So now I know you brought your Twitter followers and your Facebook followers. Do you want to give a shout out to them?
Yes. Much love and much respect to all the Twitter followers that's hitting me on the real Dougie Fresh, and all my Facebook followers. Much love. I appreciate it. And you are going to have a good time with me and Robin right here on this show.
Now, Dougie, tell me about your current projects. What are you working on?
Oh, right now I'm working with my sons. They go by the name of Square Off.
Okay.
And they're a hip hop group. They rap. They produce songs.
Really?
And you know, I'm doing a song with them right now. Plus I'm doing my album. And we're touring all over the country. And I'm actually looking at going outside of the country right now.
Great.
And I'm doing more television and film. We're working on an HBO special. You know, there's so much going on, you know. My restaurant, we got a club. So but I'm pacing myself, but I'm enjoying myself. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know that you're pacing yourself because you've been in Hollywood and entertainment for a long time. I remember you from years ago.
Right. It's a blessing.
It's good. It's good. It's hard to have success for this long.
Right.
So we feel like we know you because we've seen you for so long, but share something we may not know about you. Well,
I mean, I'm into a lot of different things. I mean, one of the things that I like to do that people may not know is that I like to play chess. You know
really?
What I mean? Yeah.
Are you good at it?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I mean, chess is a game that you have to continue to practice at, and then you develop, you know, your skills. I play with my son. He's 7 years old.
Really?
I beat him. I beat him now, but it's very close.
You don't let him win?
I don't let him. You know why? Because he's so good.
Really?
That he almost beats me. So, you know, so it's
That's great.
But it's a fun game, and you know, and then I do a lot of stuff with kids. I spend a lot of time with kids.
That's
you know,
great.
I love enjoying playing basketball with them, or just, you know, playing chess, like I said, or different games like that. Or, you know, the children's book that I wrote, which is called Think Again. And it's a series of children's books that I'm coming out with. And it's from it's a company called Hip Kid Hop. And, you know, the books is to inspire kids to read, you know, and to when they finish reading, they rap it out. You know, they rap out what they read. So it's a lot of fun. So I'm just having a good time with it.
Dougie, tell us again, what is your Twitter handle so we can follow you?
The Twitter handle is The Real Dougie Fresh.
Excellent. Now, I know you brought a lot of big supporters with you today.
Right.
So can you introduce our first guest, Cleo, who's going to talk about home businesses?
Definitely. Cleo is in the house.
Welcome, Cleo.
How you feeling, sir?
Doing well, doing well.
Yes, sir. Good to see you, brother.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, tell us about home-based businesses. Like, why would someone get into that?
The ability for a person to leverage their financial destiny through job independence, financial independence. They're looking for a solution, a way for them to move past the norm and to gain traction on something that's going to help them progress forward to create that legacy for themselves and their families.
That's right.
So who would be ideal for something like this? What type of individual? A mom? A veteran?
Robin, that is a good-looking question. The idea is any person looking for change. As a veteran of the Iraq War, I spent countless hours talking to my friends about opportunities for themselves, for their wives. We have people that are either out of work because the economy is so bad, that are either out of work and still looking, or just looking for an opportunity like this to move forward. Any person interested in something that's legitimate, that's going to propel them to the next level.
Now, before we go any further, I want our viewers to go to the website that's on our screen right now to find out more information about Cleo's home-based business. So can you tell us how where does someone start with all of this? Like, let's say I know I don't want to work for someone. I'm more of an independent spirit and I want to, you know, make my own hours. What do I do next?
The program right now that we're promoting is going to help the individual looking for something that's going to help them propel forward. What I mean by that is something that they can actually go online, submit their information, and we'll get back to them and give them information about a company that's going to help them to have a legitimate product, that's going to give them something that's going to be already known, established, and obviously legitimate.
Yeah.
You know what I want to say to you too. First of all, it's an honor to meet you as being a veteran. You know what I mean?
Thanks,
and appreciate everything that you've done, you know, for the country. And I think it's great that, you know, you created your own company like this that can help people, you know, figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when I started hip hop, nobody thought it was going to go where it went. I mean, hip hop became this multi-billion-dollar business that nobody knew where it was going to go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what inspired you to really start this the way that you did? I mean, because coming from the war, coming back, you know, sometimes people are looking to figure out what they want to do. What made you say, you know, was you over there thinking about this, or did it hit you when you got here?
Dougie, not to be cliche, the idea about creating some residual income started when I was in college, listening to Dougie Fresh, Fat Boys,
Nice.
they're generating royalties. I'm like, I want to get a piece of that pie
And
now.
the royalties are still coming, by the way.
Exactly. So the average
They have not
person,
stopped yet.
I want to make Dougie money. You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I'm trying to teach them how to Dougie, man, with the money.
You know what I'm saying? People today have an opportunity to have their own franchise, the opportunity to create that which most people can't. Now, obviously, the average person doesn't have the skill set you have, but there are opportunities right now in the marketplace where we can educate the consumer to the point they have no choice but to take action. That doesn't mean go out there and join every opportunity you see. Do your due diligence, get the information you need, and perhaps one day we can all have Dougie Bling.
Hey, look, let me tell you, I always tell them, get in where you fit in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because where you fit in is where you should get in, because everybody's unique in their own way. So I think that's great that you're giving them an opportunity like that. I mean, this is a hot concept.
Now, tell me, when someone wants to start a home-based business, there's going to be a lot of pitfalls. I know this because I've started my own home-based business, and there's a lot of walls that you have to break through. Is this something that you help out with?
Definitely. The program we have right now is very, 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 very to the point. Most people that get involved with any type of business, the music business, being in the industry that we're in right now with entertainment, there has to be something called character development. There are some sound principles called consistency of effort to promote yourself to the point of excelling, but you have to go through that. There is no person, listen, Dougie, there is no person that's an overnight success.
That's right. And usually when they are, they don't last.
Right.
Because it's usually one of those, as they say, one-hit wonders, which is not a bad thing because you were a hit, so that's great. But usually the thing that lasts is the thing that's developed and time is put in. So, and a lot of times too, you know, with the home-based businesses that I see people all over, you know, artists trying to get their companies off, which there's a lot of home-based record labels now. You know, artists who have Twitter followers like myself or Facebook followers, they take and they make their music and they market it to their audience. And then out of nowhere, you know, you start going around the country and people start coming to these shows, you know, and sometimes you don't realize that that big artist you're looking at started with just these little shows that became major concerts. So what you're saying is true. It's like you got to keep watering it, you know, to get it to grow, to become that big thing.
That's right. So I want our viewers to go to the website that you see on the screen right now. If you're someone who's an independent spirit, you're a mom, you need more flexibility in your schedule, you definitely want to start here. Well, we thank you so much, Cleo, for joining us and for sharing. It's very inspirational.
Robin, thank you. Dougie.
Thank you, my brother, as always.
It's always a pleasure.
Stay strong, brother.
Thank you again.
So Dougie, let's talk more about giving back, because that's so important, and I know that you give back a lot. So tell me what you're involved in right now.
Well, I mean, I'm involved with so many different charities and so many different things that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, my whole approach to charity work is wherever there's something necessary to be done, you know, and I can contribute to it.
That's right.
I always try my best to contribute to it. For example, you know, my mother's sick. She has Alzheimer's. So I do a lot of work with the Alzheimer's organization. And, you know, they got this thing called Champions. So me, Jamie Foxx, you know, T.I., like so many artists, you know, T.I., his wife, a lot of people, family are being affected with this disease. So what we do is we go out and try to give people some insight to make them understand that, you know, you got to look and see these little symptoms because when you think mom and dad are acting crazy, they may be going through something because this disease is the deterioration of the brain. So, you know, so we go around the country and we go and speak to all different groups of people, you know, blacks, Hispanics, whites, everybody, because people don't realize that this disease has no one group of people that it hit. It has everybody. I'm also dealing with Hip Kid Hop, which teaches kids how to look out for obesity, you know, go out there and play. See, because you don't have to think about exercise as a kid. All you got to do is play.
Right.
Like, just do what you normally supposed to do. Play. Not this.
Right.
Go run. Go play basketball. What happened to baseball and, you know, skateboarding, you know? So we just promote that. And it's really good because, or dancing, because we got thousands of kids doing the Dougie.
Yeah.
It's like thousands of
the
them.
Dougie.
You know? And after they finish, you know, they drink some water, you know, and they feel, you know, they feel energized and they, you know, they worked out without even knowing that they worked out.
So, Dougie, I know that you brought someone else with you today. That's another supporter. And she's the CEO of Charm Ventures. And it's Karen, but you can call her the Aqua Lady. Would you introduce her?
The Aqua Lady is in the house.
Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to get
blue aqua.
my aqua. Trying to
So
get
what is
the
that in your
word
hand?
out that there is a viable alternative to chlorine for pools and hot tubs. This is the Water Doctor.
Yeah, because chlorine messes with everybody's skin.
It makes you
Hard on the
itch.
skin.
For a long time.
Absolutely. Do you have a pool?
I have a jacuzzi. It's as big as a pool.
So you need this product.
Yeah, I may need that product there. Because, you know, I don't really deal with the chlorine thing. I mean, I don't like that. But everybody makes you feel if it's not chlorine, it won't clean the water.
Absolutely. And that's my goal, is to get the word out that there is an alternative.
Thank you.
The copper acts as a bactericide and an algicide. So it completely eliminates the need for chlorine and algicide.
Wow.
You know, and I was reading that it's good for your pool as well. Just the frame of it, the liner.
The lining, the vinyl, the plaster, the coping.
How does this work? I know, I'm just asking. I'm very interested. How does this?
The copper ions go into the pool and kill the bacteria and algae. It's kind of like chlorine in that it's searching for organic material. But unlike chlorine, which is also attacks you and your body, copper doesn't do that. Copper is necessary for your body and good for your body in many ways.
You know what it reminds me of is going to a hotel and they just pour all these chemicals in, and even before you get in, you can smell it. You don't even want to get inside because you're like, what is that doing to my body? This would be so good.
Stuff.
Right.
I mean, don't chlorine damage your skin on some level?
Chlorine is damaging for your skin, your eyes. It actually, when you get in the chlorine water, you're actually absorbing it into your body as well. So it's also hard on your internal organs. It's hard on your thyroid and your reproductive system and your so anytime you're in a body of water, whatever's in the water, you're absorbing it. So with the copper, you're absorbing things that your body needs. So it's good for your skeletal system. It's good for your
But is it a thorough cleaning?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
what people
It's
want
been
to
around
know.
for 39 years. NASA developed it.
NASA developed it. That's great.
It's a NASA-developed product. Intect was the first company to create it for hot tubs and swimming pools.
You know, one time I swam in a pool that didn't have any chlorine, and it used something like this, and it was like swimming in a bottled water, like that pure. You knew that this was good for you.
Absolutely. You know, people are drinking more copper ionized water because it's alkaline water, right? For
so
the
is this
antioxidant.
The same process?
It's the same type of thing. So if it's good to drink, it's good to immerse yourself in.
Does this increase the pH of the water?
You have to watch the pH. The pH is a similar level from what you would use in chlorine, so you still have to monitor that, and you monitor that with a copper tester.
What is the pH in water when you're swimming?
7.2 to 7.4.
Any higher is bad, or?
So if you get above 7.4, you're getting a little too much alkaline.
So the cost on something like this, is it more expensive? I mean, that's
the
always a big factor.
Least expensive.
Really?
It's the least expensive disinfectant. Yes, and this product itself will last.
Why doesn't everyone do this?
Why? Exactly. Why?
I think a lot of people don't know.
They don't know.
From the website now they know.
Yes. Now people can get more information by seeing on their screen your website. So go there. Also, there's a phone number so you can call to get more information. But this is incredible.
This is unbelievable. So you're the aqua lady. I have to ask a couple of questions before you have to, swim away or whatever way you leave it. I want to know. So if the pH of this is just separate, because it's just water though. Is the pH, if a pH is, say, 9.5, because I'm hearing a lot about this 9.5 in alkaline water and stuff like that. They say that that's the best level of pH. I don't know if that's true, but they're saying because diseases can't survive in that level of clean water. Is that true?
In a pool, you don't want it that high.
Well, I mean drinking.
For drinking, that's okay.
Drinking is cool, but not a pool.
Not a pool.
In a pool, the pH.
Yeah, you need to have it at 7.2, between 7.2 and 7.4.
Why is that?
7.2. Because the bacteria and algae can grow in any higher or lower.
Okay.
So this is also a green way to treat your pool.
Exactly. It's environmentally friendly. If you have to drain your pool,
we gotta go
green.
Exactly.
Go green and save green.
That's right.
So it's less expensive and make green. That's right. It's less expensive. It's green. It doesn't cause any issues in your body. Your skin is the largest organ, right? So you're talking about it absorbing whatever is in the water.
Yes.
Which we don't want those chemicals, chlorine.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is great.
Yes, thank you.
I may have to get me one of
these. Yes.
So this is good for really anyone who has their own pool. Any city who has a public pool?
Yes, commercial and residential hot tubs and swimming pools.
That's great.
So a hot tub is like a jacuzzi, right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, spas. Yes, absolutely.
I never called it a hot tub,
We're in 7 countries. We're we're all over the country. But people just don't know that there's an alternative. So that's my goal, to get the word out.
Now, do people chlorinate fountains, like larger fountains?
Yes, fountains
so
are
it would be
okay
good for
too.
that as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent. We'll definitely get more information about this on your screen. You'll see the website as well as the phone number. Definitely contact her because this seems like the way to go. This is a no-brainer. Well, thank you so much for joining us and educating us about this.
Such a pleasure.
Yes, nice to meet you. So, Dougie, thank you for bringing all your friends. I'm getting so educated today. I love this.
I feel like I'm just, that much smarter now. You know what I mean?
So tell me what you have coming up.
Well, there's so many things happening, Robin, so much.
And you have a restaurant, right?
Yes, I do. And that's what I wanted to tell them. At my restaurant, which is in New York City. It's in Harlem.
In Harlem.
The best place in the world. We sell Jamaican food. So you don't have to go to Jamaica to get this.
Oh, really?
Come to the restaurant. Come to New York. Come to
in Harlem.
That's right. We sell soul food and we sell vegetarian food.
Nice.
The place is called Dougie's. So it's very hard to mess that up. It's Dougie's, and it's on 132nd and 7th Avenue. And we play a lot of the classic hip-hop videos in there, the R&B. Kids be out in the front dancing. I got speakers outside the restaurant.
Great.
I mean, they be dancing, doing the Dougie outside, you know, and I mean, it's such a nice atmosphere, you know. And you don't have to come dressed up. You can be just be yourself.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, it's that kind of energy. And also, you know, with the new music that I'm letting out, and also a lot of my classic music, people can get it on iTunes. All of my materials on iTunes. So if you want that classic hip hop, or if you want the new stuff, come to iTunes and I will hook you up.
That's right. And if you want to follow Dougie, your Twitter handle is?
The Real Dougie Fresh. That's it.
And
very simple.
If you'd like to see more about C Shop, you can go to C Shop TV on Twitter.
Love it.